So, was anyone else hoping that Barbara would have been killed tonight by the Ogre? Hey everybody, this is David, and today I'm going to be talking about Gotham, episode 20, Under the Knife. And yes, Barbara is with the Ogre, and it kind of got me a little excited until I remembered, oh yeah, she's going to be in the finale. And, what did I think about this episode with Barbara playing such a big role finally? The last couple of times we saw her, she always had these small, pointless scenes. Let's get to this episode right now. First, we see Bruce and Selina taking place where they took place last time, coming back from killing Reggie, Alfred's ex-best friend. And, you know, Bruce is kind of pissed off at Selina for pushing that guy out the window. And he's giving her crap about it. And it's showing us a little bit where Bruce's moral code comes in. That he will not kill anybody. But Selina will. So it shows the differences in there. And, you know, Selina is like... I found that scene funny, the opening scene, where, you know, the guy pulls out and, you know, he's about to get Bruce. And Selina comes out of nowhere and is like, leave him alone. And the guy is like an adult and he's all like, what are you gonna do, little kid? And she pulls out a knife and the guy's like, whatever. And I'm like, thinking to myself, what? No, why wouldn't she? In a real situation, we all know that would have ended up, and it wouldn't have ended up that nice. You know, that guy must have not been as bad as he made himself out to be. So, okay, interesting choice by the writers. You know, the Bruce and Selina stuff are always a lot of fun to watch. The two kids definitely have nice chemistry together, and they play off each other really nicely, like a young Bruce and Selina would. And which is funny because, you know, I saw Milo, who plays the Ogre from last week, and he returns in this week's episode, and the actress who plays Barbara, there was a scene where they were both dancing together later in the episode at the ball, where Bruce and Selina were also at later to steal the key, or they wanted the prints of the key so they can get into the safe in Wayne Manor. When I saw Milo or the Ogre and Barbara dancing, I was saying to myself, you know, these two actors, they can probably play an adult version of Bruce and Selina if you know, the show had flash forwarded a little bit more into the future. And I would have been happy with those two actors playing those, because they look the part to me. Totally. It's kind of sad they're wasted on characters that... Well, okay, the Ogre is really creepy. You know, I said that last week, and I think he's creepy again this week. So it's cool that we're going to see him another week, because I think Milo's been doing a great job in this role. You know, he was... I remember him from Heroes, so it's cool seeing him now again on Gotham. And, yeah, he plays the role really good. Barbara, on the other hand, I just don't like her character, and seriously, it's a bad sign when the audience is wanting the Ogre to kill Barbara. I know that's maybe a bad thing to say, I don't know, but yeah, I just don't care about Barbara. I like the Gordon and Leslie relationship better because she plays off him better, in my opinion. And it's nothing to do with the actress. I like the actress. You know, she's doing a good job with what's being given to her. I just think character-wise, Barbara is a really sloppy character, and that's just my opinion. Others might have different reactions, but I've seen a lot of comments all over the place where people agree with me that Barbara isn't that great. Speaking of Gordon, you know, he is searching for this Ogre, and, you know, it's a tough one. At first, he thinks it's Leslie, but then, obviously, like I just mentioned, we find out that the Ogre is actually after Barbara. And that ending there was... Did Barbara enjoy what she was seeing at the end there? I have no idea, but... Okay, you know, I'd be happy if Barbara just turned into a villain. Yeah, that's how much I hate Barbara. Just let her be a villain. Everyone already hates her anyways. So we also have the Penguin in this episode, and he is plotting against Maroni to finally kill him, to knock him out. And Maroney is 2 steps ahead of the game because he comes to the club with sitting with Penguin's mother. And things looks like it's going okay, although we know Penguin knows it's not going okay. And Maroney starts frightening Penguin's mother, telling her that, hey, your son is a killer. He's killed so many people already. He's washed his hands with blood. And Penguin's mother is like freaking out. And yeah, so there's that. And Penguin, then again, at the end of the episode, kills somebody else after he tells his mom, no, everything he was saying were all lies. And then he kills again. Okay, so the whole Penguin stuff today was a little weird and off, and I thought, okay, is it time to kill Maroney? I guess not. I guess it's time to frighten Penguin's mother, but alrighty then. Finally, we also have Edward Nygma back in this episode, where I said last week that I felt Edward Nygma's story seemed to not be really going anywhere. Sometimes it seems like it might have been whenever Miss Kringle arrives. And guess what? Miss Kringle is back in this episode, and Edward learns that Miss Kringle is in an abusive relationship. So he kind of steps up for her a little bit, even though she tells him to back down, it's none of his business. He decides to take matters into his own hands, and what happens at the end of the episode? He kills her boyfriend. And, he was the only one around, and he gets the knife out and starts stabbing the guy a couple of times and starts losing control of himself already. So it looks like he's finally moving somewhere, he's finally done something wrong, unless next week the writers forget about it and save it for next season. Who knows? But we only have 2 more episodes left, so we gotta start wrapping things up now, right? And setting things up for next season. So could Edward Nygma be a villain for next season? That could be interesting. I would like to see that, especially since Penguin seems like he's practically there. I wouldn't mind if Edward Nygma was the next villain to start becoming who he's supposed to be, picking up, his mantle and becoming the Riddler. Maybe he'll leave a riddle after this event, to kind of like maybe lead the cops to him. Maybe he'll start leaving riddles. Who knows? But I'm curious. To me, I think the Edward Nygma was the most. I wouldn't say it's the most entertaining. I guess I like the Gordon stuff also. I didn't mind the Selena and Bruce stuff. I didn't mind the episode, really, as a whole. It was a good episode. I just felt some things seemed a little off. I felt the writing in some areas seemed a little sloppy here and there. I can't think of something now, but the episode just seemed to be a little disjointed here and there. But I still enjoyed it. I thought it was an alright episode. I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. I think we got some stuff to look forward to in the next 2 episodes that I'm really looking forward to. I can't wait to see how they wrap things up. The whole Barbara situation, I don't know where they're going with it, but I'm so far not really sure about it. And that's about it, guys. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe you guys can change my mind on this episode. Maybe you guys found other things wrong with this episode that I didn't even point out. So, let me know in the comment section. Subscribe to my video, like my video, or dislike it. It's your choice. So, until next time, guys, take care.